Hey everybody, it's Luke with Figure Me Out, and today we've got the Marvel Legends Beta Ray Bill from the Avengers Endgame Wave 2 of action figures. There he is on the front of the package. On the side we've got a nice horse face drawing, and same thing on the other side. On the back we've got a read up. If you want to read that, go ahead and pause it now. If not, looking at the top of the box, not much going on there. A lot of stuff on the bottom, blah 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 blah. Let's go ahead and crack this baby open. I'm going to go ahead and put him in the light box, and we'll take a closer look. Here we are in the light box and taking a look at our accessories. First off, we got a couple different Hulk heads. We'll look at those a little bit closer whenever we do that figure, but here's just kind of a quick overview of them. Pretty good. Definitely face spring technology, definitely looks great on those. The main accessory it comes with is Stormbreaker. Look at that thing. Comic Stormbreaker, not movie Stormbreaker. And it's got the nice flat end here. You can kind of see that seam where it was molded on the other end. You got the axe. I don't know if this is a hammer or an axe or a hammer axe, kind of both. Then at the end, we do have a little bit of paint on there. It's around the strap on the wrist. It goes around the wrist, so that's pretty cool looking. Definitely got a nice leathery feel to it, so that's cool. We taking a look at Beta Ray Bill himself, and wow. Let's just take a second and just appreciate that paint job. So, we're taking a closer look at the paint job, especially on like the back of the neck here. I was messing around with it here. You can see they definitely did a wash on that. They're definitely bringing that back. I like that a lot. It really gives it that kind of dirty, you know, rugged, weathered sort of skin look, which is, I feel like is appropriate for Beta Ray Bill. Not for everybody, that wouldn't be, but for him it definitely looks good. You can see the cracks of the arm. There's definitely some of that wash there. It's like a dark wash, and it kind of gets in the joints and in the cracks. Just looks fantastic though. Yeah, and there's even one on the cape. There's also a wash on the cape itself, so that's pretty cool. Not so much paint on the feet. If we look at the feet here, not too much. There are peg holes. Feet not painted so much, but everything that's, you know, flesh on him is painted just phenomenally. So let's go over articulation here. We'll get him out of the box. And going over articulation here, we've got, let me go ahead and take this out. First off, I'm going to remove that cape, and one thing to note with the cape, I love the design that they did with this. This is some just grade A action figure engineering. So those dots where it connects on the side, those are actually little grommets that fits onto. And then there's a peg that goes in the back. So you peg it into the back and then it goes over the top, which serves two functions. One, it hooks that cape onto where it's not going to go anywhere when you're posing it around. And two, it looks really awesome because it's going to have those anyways. Up until now, they've just had those pieces kind of floating there, and they've just shifted around, and you got the peg hole in the back, but it falls off every time you move it. This is brilliant. Whoever came up with that at Hasbro, bravo. So anyway, taking a look at articulation, the head is on a ball. It looks down very well. It looks up very well, pretty much all the way. And then the mouth is articulated. The jaw, if you get it kind of all the way back, you can't open it as much. You can only open it as much as it'll allow. It kind of gets caught right there. But if you open it up at the top, you can almost get it all the way. So if you take that head off, you can actually get all the way open. Gotta have the, what is that, the guy from Beetlejuice? You can have one of those things going on. Anyway, so that's pretty good. You do get side to side on that, and then not so much, well, some pivot. Yeah, you get a pretty good amount of pivot. So as far as the shoulder armor goes, it is that kind of softer plastic. It's a little bit more rigid than the one on War Machine the other day, but still fairly soft, and it does get out of the way whenever you go to move the arms. The arms do have a full rotation on there. It's kind of impeded a little bit by that shoulder joint, and you can see just the wash on that shoulder too. It's fantastic. Good paint job. Good paint job, Hasbro. You got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, goes in pretty much all the way. You've got wrists that go back and forth, and mine's kind of locked up a little bit because of that paint, I think. So I'm probably going to try and run him under some hot water before I break this peg off. I don't want to stress that too much. That's definitely locked up there on that side. That is a unique hand. It's got the 3 fingers and the thumb versus the 4 fingers of a normal human being, since he's not a human being. Anyway, at the diaphragm, we've got that one of those kind of ball pegs at the top of the waist. It does go back slightly. It does not really go forward too much. Maybe just a little bit. You can give him a little bit of a haunch. It goes left some and goes right some, not a whole lot. There is a little bit of rotation there, but the main rotation is going to come from the waist. You definitely get a full waist swivel, which is nice. At the hips, the legs go out pretty good, you know, about that far. They go forward, again, pretty good, about at 90. Not so much back. You got an upper thigh swivel, double jointed knee. He is kind of a heftier figure, you know, a more more muscular figure, so he can't really get his leg back all the way. There is a boot cut though, and he has ankles that go all the way down. They go pretty much all the way up, and you've got a crazy ankle rocker pivot in there. For a size comparison, here he is next to a couple of Thor figures. We've got the Marvel Legends Thor from, I think it was an Avengers wave a few years ago, maybe. King Odin built a figure, possibly. And then the Marvel Select Thor there on the left. Finally, here he is next to a couple of his other Asgardian friends. We've got the Loki on the right, it's the old Toy Biz Marvel Legends Loki. And then on the left there, we've got Thor from Avengers Infinity War. And taking a look, just the side-by-side comparison of Stormbreaker there. And really, I think the MCU did a good job with that. Definitely got the axe on the one side and the hammer kind of look on the other side. I think it's more of an axe in the MCU, but I mean, really, this is almost more of a hammer. It can kind of go either way. I guess this could too, but definitely an interesting translation there from page to screen. So that's him. That's the Marvel Legends Beta Ray Bill from the Avengers Endgame Wave 2 of Marvel Legends in 2019. That is a mouthful. I hope you guys like this review. What did you guys think? Overall, I think this is a fantastic figure. He's going right on my coffee table, and I'm going to mess with him for the rest of the night. If you did like the review, you know, if you give me a like, give me a subscribe if you really liked it. Go over to Instagram and check me out at Luke_figuremeout at Instagram.com. And in the meantime, happy collecting.